Travis Scott is actually jacking boys tonight. Hey, I know most of you probably think I'm like just a total capper, but Travis said the other day that he was gonna drop on his birthday, so it's not my fault that I got baited by Travis. But this time, Travis is actually coming, and he's coming hard. I'm sorry. But nah, tonight it's actually happening, so let's get into this video. Multiple new snippets, album trailer for Jackboys 2, and a trailer for the album movie. Also, before anything, leave a like, subscribe. It makes these videos possible and supports the channel a ton. All right, let's get into this video right away. And first, listen to this new snippet, one of two actually, accompanied by a video to go along with it. Here's a listen before we talk about anything involving it. Comment what you think of this new Travis. I'm really into it. Travis is obviously having a great time and just having fun with these tracks, and that's something especially that you need for an album like Jackboys 2. Just an overall great time. The beat is also insane. It's like chill, but also like hits so hard at the same time as well. So yeah, if you couldn't tell from all of the glazing, I really like this song. I mean, how can you not? Travis is walking on this shit right now. And also, he was showing off a little bit more of that newer voice with him going deeper, kind of sounding like his song with The Weeknd on his album Hurry Up Tomorrow. I can't see this being a solo song either, especially if it's on Jackboys 2. And at the end, we do see him with most of the other Jackboys members, plus one extra, which we can talk about in a sec because it involves a new member of Cactus Jack. But most likely there is another feature on this song, either Don Toliver, Sheck West, Fago, or that new guy. But they were shown with a different snippet at the end of the video, which, unless this is the same song with some insane beat switch that are just like two completely different vibes, this is a second song being previewed. And this is an extra look at the Jackboys movie as well, while all of these snippets are being played. So this isn't just a music video in the background of these snippets slash just the video in general. So before we keep talking about it, let's take a listen to that extra snippet at the end of the trailer because it's amazing.
I'm only 26, first Lamborghini, I was 19.
Came a long way to chuck your ass out deep down.
Who the fuck are you talking to? I will fuck you up in here, nigga. It's my city. If you forget me, it's by myself, brother. Me all alone.
Comment your thoughts on that snippet as well, but I'll be honest, we're probably all gonna agree that shit sounds like heaven. Amazing synths, just good old classic Travis Scott here doing his thing. And I know Jackboys 1 was around that time, so that's probably why I'm feeling this way, but this whole release is just feeling like total 2018 to 2020 vibes with Travis, the way they're marketing it, and they're doing a great job. Everything feels evolved, but not in like a gimmicky way, which we've seen with other artists more recently bringing back some old projects for a second version. But yeah, back to the songs. I really don't think they are going to drop either of these as a single before the actual album drops, like a week before. That would honestly be pretty dumb on Travis's team's part, just because I think this rollout has been stretched out far too long already. People just want the music, especially after, you know what, I'm just gonna say it because I glaze Travis so much, but after the disappointment that I Love My Bitch was, they need to just drop the album. This was such a miss. There's no room for another single. We just need the music, like I said. Now, these snippets are not the only thing that we got yesterday. Travis is back with merch bundles. The album bundle, God Destroyer of Universes, is here, and it's actually not that many bundles, or at least as many as you would think that we saw with like Utopia, where there was like over 10 different bundles that you could get like different merch with to count as a first week sale. And even if you don't care about merch and stuff, stick around because you're going to want to hear all the other information today, like the new Cactus Jack member, the date, and more. And along with all of this, for the merch, we do actually get a look at the cover here as well. So yeah, stick around for that. Okay, let's look at this merch. About 5 shirts with CDs, so no vinyl bundles, and they are all in these little customized boxes that Travis usually does. And then they do have this hat as well, so that's really sick too. And luckily the pricing isn't too bad except for the hat. I mean, a shirt and CD for $60 is whatever, but it is Travis merch, and in my opinion, his merch is always pretty good quality, so it's definitely worth the price. I mean, just like in my my last video, I'm wearing Travis merch right now, and I love this shirt, so I can't complain. I think my biggest criticism here of all of this stuff is simply just that it's still using that Utopia aesthetic, and I feel like Jackboys 2 should be like that middle ground of moving into the next Travis solo album era. But other than that, I think all of this merch and all these bundles look great. There is a vinyl separate from the rest of the bundles though, and it's actually pretty cheap, being only $15 and one disc, meaning this is going to be probably another shorter album. I think everyone is trying to get around these new Billboard rules and make it as easy as possible to buy these first week vinyls while also still cashing out and making a bit of money on them. And this is the cover on the vinyl. I don't know if this is the final cover. A lot of pretty reliable Twitter accounts in the Travis community have been saying that this is an alternative cover, which it does look that way, to be honest. I can't see this being the main thing. So we'll find out tonight whether that is going to be official. And with the vinyl and the merch bundles, there's also a pretty unique way of selling these CDs that Travis is doing, and they are in like these movie cases, probably to go along with the movie. And there is two different versions of this, one with that white vinyl cover, and then another with this Jackboys 2 almost movie poster looking cover, which makes sense because they're dropping a movie to go along with it. And Travis isn't in the middle, so I don't know who that could be in the middle. Maybe the new Cactus Jack member, but I doubt that this is the cover for the album either. This is definitely a lot more movie looking than album looking. What I do want to know is if the movie is included in these CD bundles with them looking so much like movie cases, maybe not the movie on a physical CD, but like a QR code or something inside that box that you can scan and keep. And it also gives you a reason to get this cool box. I don't know, just throwing some ideas out there and seeing what some possibilities could be. And just go back on the cover for a second. I think what could happen here is maybe these are not the official covers, and then Travis gives us a post where he just spams like midnight in all caps and some shit where he's also screaming in the caption. I think that could also be obviously the official announcement of the date, because we still haven't gotten that. Even with all of these trailers and snippets, these new merch items, even the vinyl, there is still no date for this album. Obviously, it's looking very heavily that it is going to be tonight, which I will be hosting a listening party on YouTube and Twitch, so be sure to be there on that. We'll be there for the 12 o'clock release of this album. It will be a fun time doing a countdown to the album. But yeah, it's looking like tonight, and even if it doesn't come out tonight, which there's like a 99% chance of that not happening, like it will come tonight. But if it doesn't, it will come next Friday because of the vinyls needing to be shipped out on time to count for first week sales. Now, somehow, after all of this news, new snippets, bundles going up, possible dates, the news keeps flowing in because, like I said, there is a new mysterious Cactus Jack member that we are seeing in all of this promotional stuff. Travis is showing everyone that he will not let Opium 100% overtake his label. He's actually getting up and fighting back, and his name is Wally the Sensei. Now, if you don't know who this is, you might recognize him from Kendrick's album on the song Dodger Blue. He is a feature on that song, and the covers are making sense. There is definitely some Japanese inspiration here on these CD covers, playing on the word sensei. It looks like some old Japanese movie from like the 80s or 90s, and even on the back of the CD movie cases, Wally the Sensei is listed as a feature or just a member of the cast in this movie, along with Sofago, so that confirms everyone's suspicion of him possibly being left off the album not being true. So yeah, personally, I listened to a bit of his music before making this video. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know how these two sounds are gonna mix at all. He does have like a very West Coast sound. Makes sense, he was on Kendrick's album. But hey, Travis signed Don Toliver, so if he is a new member of Cactus Jack, I'm just gonna trust the process and see what happens. But yeah, it's definitely not that psychedelic rap sound that Trav, Don, Fago, and even Sheck West at sometimes brings. That's really just a we need to wait for the music to fully judge. But yeah, comment your thoughts on absolutely everything, from the new snippets to the bundles to the movie, anything, comment it down below and start a conversation. Like I said, like and subscribe with notifications on, because we will be doing a countdown stream tonight for this album. Follow me on Twitter and join my Discord to become a part of my amazing community, and just a great way to be notified about everything going on in rap instantly. Thanks so much for watching, and on that note,